How much do you think you need to retire? To finally say, that's enough? Most people answer that with a number. That's why they follow online. They say $1 million or $2 million with the 4%. I've been thinking a lot about this lately. I'm retiring, you see, this year. And to these questions, I have them, so do you. And I'm figuring this out, so you can help me. But here's something interesting. The average American retiree makes a lot less than $1 million. Many have less than 100,000, and some very less. So here's a question: how much money do you have, and is it enough? When do you think it will be enough? That raises another question: are you an average American? And another question: what is your retirement age going to be? Will you choose it, or will you have it chosen for you? Because sometimes people don't retire. Sometimes they have to retire. Health, that's me, had a stroke. Job loss, life changes, and suddenly the number isn't theoretical anymore. What one number isn't the real. What if the number isn't the real question? What if you save carefully, invest wisely, hit your goal, and neglect something else far more important? Time, health, relationships, purpose? But we're always not so good calculating life. In the movie Princess Bride, Wesley says, "As you wish." It means I choose this. And it was a nice movie. But later in life, people say something else. They say, I wish I had. I wish I had started sooner. What if I had done this thing? Or I wish I had taken the chance. Sometimes the difference between those two phrases is simply the choices we make. Stay with me now. It's important. Let me take a minute here. Most people are very good at one or two things. You build careers. You raise family. You solve problems. But when life changes, it's not easy to adjust. I made a decision years ago I would live my life without regrets. I'd like to say it was easy. Some are. I had no regret marrying Cheryl, and no regrets at all about any of our children. No regret about where we lived. And people say, oh, of course you don't regret where you live. You live in Hawaii. But of course I don't regret Hawaii. It's beautiful. But the place doesn't remove regret. Decisions do. I have regrets. I didn't always think about this day. I thought a lot of days stretching out before me. I assumed it would all work out. Sometimes with money, I didn't spend that which I didn't have. I thought time was unlimited. Have you? Let me know in your comments if you have any regrets and what you've done to overcome them. I started thinking about that many years ago. When I was 14, I lived in Alaska, and right behind the house we rented was an older man, and he liked to talk. And I figured at the time he looked about 70 years old. No, 70. But he liked to talk, and he talked about how once he was a homesteader in Alaska, and he homesteaded right around where Anchorage was, and he owned most of the property that Anchorage was built on. Imagine that. And Then he sold the property, and then it became a estate. And then he didn't have any money. And so I asked him, "Do you regret it? Are you sorry?" He says, "No, I don't." He says, "Really, I don't think I would be as happy as I am now if I was rich. I've been very happy." Now at 14, I didn't understand it, but now I do. Enough isn't always what you might have made. It's about the life you choose. I've seen people who have enough money, their savings are solid, their income steady, but they kept postponing life. When things settled down, when I'm ready, later kept moving. And one day they realized something. And hopefully you come to this too. One day they realized it wasn't money they were short on. It was time. You don't need $1 million to retire. All you need is courage and faith. Walt Disney once said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue." Maybe retirement is a moment where we finally decide to pursue the life we have been postponing. That's Life Defiant. We'll discover where we will be when we solve all the problems. That's Life Defiant. That's Life Defiant. And take this walk with me as we discover what we need to do tomorrow, because all we have is today. That makes sense? I don't think so. Okay. Stay with me. Let's see what happens. I have great plans. Walk with me.